What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Duran Duran. And we're going back to the 2004 album Astronaut for another song that didn't make the cut. I mentioned when I reacted to Beautiful Colors that there were several people who, when I reacted to Bedroom Toys, mentioned that it wasn't their favorite and that there was at least a couple of the bonus tunes that they felt would have been better suited to fit on the album. This is one of them, along with, as I said, Beautiful Colors. But yeah, we're going to listen to Salt in the Rainbow. And not only did people mention that they wish it would have been on the album proper, but it's funny, I think when I did the reaction to Beautiful Colors, there were a couple different comments that intrigued me. One is that the track sounds like maybe it's not a fully complete track. It's, it was a work in progress, and, because they realized it wasn't going to be on the album, they sort of let it be instead of making a point to, fully finish it. And the other track, or the other comment, was that it achieves exactly what it sets out to do, or sets out to capture. I think maybe it was Izzy who said that. But yeah, I'm intrigued by that idea too, because when I think about the title, it's funny, Beautiful Colors, well, you do think about a rainbow as being comprised of beautiful colors, the way in which light, if split through a prism, can be seen in its, what we would call colors in our optical range, which is only optical for us because of the way our eyes work and so on. But yeah, rainbows, it's interesting to me in the sense that, not only is it a sort of beautiful visual, but it's not substantive, right? It's based on, number one, subjective perspective. It's only, you can see it from certain angles, but it's not a thing in of itself per se. And indeed, it's about the way in which light can be refracted or split into its constituent colors if it's passing through mediums other than just what we call air. So again, if there's moisture in the sky and so on, rays or photons of light can be bent by a certain perspective such that from that angle it appears that there are multiple colors, not just the sort of all-encompassing white light. So yeah, it's not a substantive entity. It is about, it's a visual, and it's only perceivable from a certain subjective viewpoint. But even if I ignore the sort of the lack of substance and material, and just focus on the sort of visual splendor and the perhaps desirability of a rainbow, salt in the rainbow, salty, something that is salty is something that is in some ways less than savory, right? It's something that can be perhaps bitter or sharp, to the point where salt in the rainbow sort of, it challenges the sort of beautiful tapestry that you think of when you think of a rainbow. You think of a rainbow that has been corrupted, or a rainbow that has had its chemical mixture changed by an introduction of salt. So it's a striking poetic type of term, or phrase I should say. It really does have a sort of literary quality to it. But what it makes me think of is the introduction of a sort of, if not deleterious, at least a sort of overtaking element into what would otherwise be sort of a perfect visual tableau. So we'll see if that's relevant. Perhaps, I'm sort of misreading the direction of the phrase, but that's the idea that I get. So let's hear it. This is Duran Duran, a tune that did not make the cut for their 2004 album Astronaut, and it's called Salt in the Rainbow.
Something to remember in some far off time, when you get that lonely shine in your eyes. Trees and lovers ever wonder why, when everything starts breaking down, they're reaching for the sky. We are forever, oh we are
within your hands. And I do love the high electric synths way up top. The key hits too, very nice. Forever together. The moment is forever or lives forever?
In the end, to you, my friend, it's you I
those
got
bass
to
hits.
know. Ain't no going back now, even if I could. I
Past the point of no
change a
return?
thing. I'd do it all over, just a minute now, and breathe a little
love this.
deeper. All these moments of our lives are the flickering of an endless sea. We're ripples with the salt in the rainbow. We are forever. Oh, we understand. This is forever. Here within our hands. We are
Salt as preservation, I suppose. I feel like, most of my speculation about the salt at the beginning was probably misplaced. So, again, salt is used to preserve, food and other things. Therefore, perhaps the song consistently being about, forever and having that possibility for, perpetuity. It felt like maybe salt is being used more about preserving a rainbow, preserving the beauty of the togetherness or so on. So gotta listen to it some more. Let these themes work in. But yeah, definitely some interesting lyrical ideas at play even before I fully pieced together the lyrics. But I really did enjoy the sonics. It's funny, like it didn't immediately jump out the gate as like, oh, this is brilliant. But as the song went on, it just kept getting more and more compelling. And then by the last minute or two, it's like, no, this is brilliant. I love this. But it's interesting the way it sort of hit me in that way. I was like kind of really focusing on the lyrics, so it was like I was trying to follow the lines, and maybe I wasn't like appreciating the sonics, because I don't think the sonics changed dramatically. I think maybe there was one or two more layers that either became a little bit louder or just introduced later on. But generally it was kind of the same vibes to the whole song, but by the end it was like really hitting me. So yeah, I got to listen to the lyrics some more. I did enjoy that a great deal. I loved his voice in a lot of the parts. Yeah, really cool tune, and I'll say the same thing I did with Beautiful Colors. I do think better than Bedroom Toys. So yeah, again, I don't mean to keep piling vitriol upon that tune, but yeah, even though I enjoyed sort of the cheekiness and the silliness of it, I do at the same time understand why people are like, how did that make the cut but these other ones didn't? So let me know what you think of the tune. Other than that, I will see you next time. Peace.